The proclamation also didn't state whether the $100,000 is a one-time fee or had to be paid annually. In the beginning, we thought it is going to be an annual fee that you have to pay every single year. And also, the original proclamation did not state whether it's applicable to current H-1Bs or just to new ones. The panic was crazy. We all thought it's going to be everyone. We have a lot of clients that were overseas, and I sent immediate email warnings to clients to return to the United States before September 21st, Eastern Time, midnight. Later on, we found out that this is not the case. This is going to be applicable only to new petitions filed after September 21st, 2025. It doesn't apply to people that are overseas coming back to the United States. It doesn't apply to people that already have H-1Bs and filing for renewals. That was already clarified to us the day after by Secretary Levy. The thing is that this proclamation is not just changes with USCIS. It's also imposing on the Labor Department to do some changes there too. It also directs the Labor Department to raise prevailing wages. So for example, right now, if you want to hire an engineer entry level, there's a certain wage that they come up with compared to what others are getting paid. They want to raise those wages, which is going to make it very difficult for employers to hire newly graduate students from a lot of the universities. A lot of international students are graduating, and it's impossible to pay them those high fees. It's also going to block those students from getting H-1Bs. But are there any exceptions to this $100,000 fee? Can you still file an H-1B and avoid paying the fee? Well, before I answer this question, guys, you are watching my videos every single week, but many of you are not a subscriber. And I'm asking myself, why aren't you a subscriber? I'm a big Oasis fan, and I'm wondering, why aren't you subscribing to my channel? Well, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And also give me a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text, 619-483-4549, or go to www.immigrationasap.com. Leave your details, and one of our team members will contact you ASAP so we can help you with your immigration matters. So guys, who is exempt from these fees? Well, so in this proclamation, there is an exception if you qualify under the national interest exception. So for example, maybe your job is necessary, like in the medical field or crucial tech area, that if you're not gonna come, the company is gonna collapse. There are many exceptions for these national interest petitions. And this is something that we're going to start doing for our clients. We've done this before during the pandemic. We're very successful with these waivers to get people into the country. And we will start doing these waivers for a lot of our H-1B clients to avoid paying this $100,000 fee. I truly believe that this $100,000 fee was intended for the mega companies, for the ones that are filing thousands of H-1Bs and at the same time are laying off thousands of people. Those guys are going to pay the $100,000 fee. But for the smaller employers, for the hospital, for the mom and pop shop that needs 2 or 3 H-1Bs, most of these guys, we are going to fight to get their waivers approved so they don't have to pay this $100,000 fee and still be able to get their H-1Bs approved. Now remember, the other thing that we learned is that even if you are obliged to pay the fee, it's a one-time fee. You don't have to pay it every single year. Also remember, many of these companies will have to pay higher wages to their employees because of the Labor Department changes that we're going to be seeing implemented. The biggest question that we have is, this $100,000 fee cover the first H-1B petition, or will it cover you for the entire term? Remember, the H-1B is given for 3 years, and then you can file another extension. Will you have to pay another $100,000 for the extension? It is time, when I record this video, it is unclear. I think that this $100,000 fee is going to be one time for that one employer. So if you are employing one employee, you pay the $100,000 fee, and then you file an extension, that $100,000 should cover it. That's my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong. We're still waiting for guidance. But if you're going to move to another employer, that new employer will have to pay the new $100,000 fee. So once again, who is impacted? This is only for new H-1B visas that are filed after September 21st, 2025, not previous petitions. Not if you have an H-1B right now, not if you're filing for extension, not if you're inside the United States. If you're outside of the United States and you already have an H-1B, you can still come back without paying the fee. This is very clear. Once again, guys, if you're an H-1B holder, specifically working in a national interest area, something that is unique and important for the United States government, those H-1Bs are still going to be subject to these waivers. We are currently studying, preparing our waivers formats to be able to file for our clients, getting ready for the new H-1B season coming up. What does it mean for you as an HR professional watching this video? Definitely cost is going to increase. You're going to have to start budgeting for the best H-1B workers versus before you would just hire anyone. Now you have to be careful who you're hiring. You have to make sure your compliance is perfect, checking your LCAs, making sure H-1B public files are in compliance, and planning for filing these waivers to make sure that we can get these workers without paying the $100,000 fee. If you're a STEM graduate watching this video, you may not be able to get an H-1B visa because first, employers may not want to do it. Second of all, it is too expensive to pay those fees. You're going to have to find alternatives. Try to work on getting an O1. Get ready for the O1 right now. Maybe you'll qualify for an E2 visa. Maybe you'll qualify for a TN if you're from Mexico, Canada, or maybe the E3 visa if you're Australian. There are many, many different alternatives to the H-1B visa, and I'll make a separate video on this. The point of this is do not lose hope. Yes, it's a crazy change. Yes, we haven't seen it in 40 years, and I believe it's going to be challenged in court, and eventually it's going to be quashed. But in the meantime, as long as it's on the books, we can get around this, we can file waivers, and we can stay confident that getting a work visa in the United States is still a possibility. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text 619-483-4549. We are ready to help you guys get those visas, get the waivers. We're not going to stop. And as always, please share my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.